What's good YouTube, it's your boy Jaden Raj and I'm back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I do make fashion and lifestyle related content, and if you are not new here, just thank you so much for all your support. As you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be giving you guys 10 plus streetwear brands that you need to know about and be shopping from in 2023. Before we get into the list of 5 brands that I do have for you guys, I actually want to put a disclaimer up and say some of these brands I have purchased from, while some are fairly new to me, and I just added them to the list because I think that you guys should really know about them. So none of this is paid sponsorship, paid promotion, or anything. All of these brands are handpicked myself, and these are all my honest opinions of the brands. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Okay, so the first brand that I do want to talk about is Sonder One of Many. To me, this brand is like your all-American streetwear brand, which just means that they have those standard and staple pieces with subtle hints and detailing of streetwear in the actual clothing, which just makes their brand so specific and so keen to like only them. They are located in Columbus, Ohio, and most of their stuff range from $60 to $120, which is your average pricing for streetwear brands in this day and age. So these are my top 3 items that I like the most from Sonder One of Many. So the first one, they call it their work shirt. I'm kind of moving more into the mature like aspect of fashion, meaning I'm wearing a lot more button downs. I'm wearing a lot more stuff that just make me look a lot older. And I like how the entire shirt is checkered and striped because aside from wearing white button downs or just black button downs, I've been looking for a lot more button down shirts that have different designs to still capture that matureness that I'm going for, but to also add just a little bit of detail and flavor to it. You know what I mean? My second favorite piece from Sonder is this white long sleeve shirt that just says Sonder U of S. I'm pretty sure they're just saying USA. I'm pretty sure that's just like their own spin on USA, but it does have kind of this black horse and this black print in the back with the Sonder, and then the U of S is the only thing that's a different color, and yellow is actually one of my favorite colors that I use as like a creativity type of thing. The third piece that I do like is this standard green hoodie. I really like this because it just says SonderOneOfMany.com, which is just basically their domain, and I really like it because this is such a basic sweater, basic hoodie that you can wear with anything. Okay, the second brand that I do want to talk about is Science Project. Now, I talked about Science Project in one of my videos, basically talking about what an aesthetic is and what it means. And they actually invited me to one of their pop-up shops back in October of 2022. They were dropping a new collection, and a lot of the pieces that I'm going to be talking about are from that new collection. And I went to their pop-up shop, and it was just such a dope experience to just see other people around you be invested and involved in the same type of things that you're in. To me, this brand really captures contemporary minimalism, but for me, when I think about streetwear, I just think a lot more graphics, a lot more designs, and a lot more like explosive pieces. And a lot of the pieces, not to say that they're not explosive, but they're very plain and very basic and very minimal. Now, this brand, their pieces are definitely a lot more than a lot of the other brands on this list. This brand probably has the most expensive pieces. But yeah, these are my top 3 favorite pieces from Science Project. Now, the first piece is this gray / silver puffer vest. When I saw this vest at the pop-up shop, I literally wanted to buy it right there. Actually, I kind of wanted to steal it. But no, I really wanted to take it. Like, I really wanted to have it. But then I saw the price and I was like, damn. The second one is very similar to Sonder One of Many. It is this striped button down, but this one is just going this way. I don't know if this is vertical or horizontal. You know, I have the green, you would think I know, but I have no clue. Yeah, and like I just explained with the last shirt, I like a lot more mature looks, so this one is definitely right up my alley. Okay, the last piece that I'm going to talk about from Science Project, they did have this black knitted vest that came with a regular knitted sweater that you can put the knitted vest over the knitted sweater and you can kind of wear it like that, and I just think that was so dope. Okay, so the third brand that I want to talk about is Selah Clothing. So when I actually discovered this brand, it seemed like that they were going through an entire rebrand because all of their pictures were washed off, and they were only dropping pictures day by day or like week by week to build up anticipation for their drop. But it seems like now they're going with a more darker approach to streetwear, very, very similar to Balenciaga in my opinion. And I feel like a lot of other people have also seen that because I've seen a lot of comments. But yeah, I feel like that they're, you know, kind of giving into that business core aesthetic, that Balenciaga aesthetic, and that dark streetwear aesthetic, and kind of the mature aesthetic as well. Now, I think the biggest thing that I really like about this brand is something that I've really noticed is that they incorporate a lot of religious things in their brand, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I'm picking up on it wrong, but yeah, I think they do. I think. Anyways, these are my favorite pieces by them. The first piece being the piece that I purchased from them and I wore in that video is actually right here on the clothing rack. It just says WWJD. It's basically supposed to mean what would Jesus do, but because my name is Jaden and it does start with a J, I got it because I want to say what would Jaden do, so that's just my own play on it. But the second one is this red one that does say Nostalgia Paradise. The two hoodies seem like they have a very similar cut, but the red one just has a zipper in the middle. Okay, and my third piece that I do like from them are these oversized kind of denim pair of pants that does have their logo on the right butt pocket, and I think that's just so dope. I'm not a fan of too many graphics on my jeans anymore. I was a lot, you know, when I was younger and stuff like that, but not anymore. So the fact that they have this one design is very subtle is very dope to me. Now this one is a fan favorite. If you guys don't know about this brand, then you're literally under a rock. The name of the brand is Valelives. But yeah, I don't even think I need to say too much. They literally took over 2022, and I think they're gonna do the exact same thing in 2023 and just grow even bigger. All their pieces just hit, and it just makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense when they drop a certain piece or a certain item. It's like, damn, like, they really know what they're doing, because they're dropping a certain piece or a certain item right in time for when it needs to be worn, or for, like, when it's supposed to be worn, if that makes sense. But yeah, they take a very hard approach on experimental streetwear. And one thing that I do really like about this brand is that they are very social media friendly and very community friendly, meaning that they drop polls on their Instagram stories basically asking the community what they want, what we want them to drop, which I think is just so fire because they're keeping us in the loop. They're showing us behind the scenes footage. They're showing us production. But anyways, these are my favorite pieces by them. The first piece is this crazy denim jacket. Now, I don't even know how they made this, but it just seems like it's a regular denim jacket, and then they added pieces of denim that are like crinkled or wrinkled or ruffled, and then they added buttons to attach it to the regular jeans jacket. Very experimental, very innovative. Never seen shit like this. This is what I'm talking about when I say they're just so experimental. The second piece is this green hoodie that you guys have definitely seen on this channel. It is their zip up slash pullover hoodie. They have two different variations of this hoodie. And I really like how they do their cropped items. Their cropped items are just so on the money that it just makes it so much fire to wear. Now the third piece, it is very similar to the second one that I just showed you, but instead it sells Veil State with the star in it. And I really like how they keep this fringe frayed of the outer line of the lettering off of the actual sweater. And I like the hues that they use for the sweaters. Like, it's not a specific color, but it's either acid wash or it's a very random color that we wouldn't even have thought of wearing. Moving on to their sister brand, Arklives. I'm a very like behind the scenes social media type of guy, media type of person. So I pay attention to insights, analytics, groupings, business aspects of different things that involve media, meaning like TV show conglomerates or like media conglomerates. And I really want to describe Valelives and Arklives as a fashion conglomerate. Meaning, if you guys don't know what conglomerate means, it just means like a big media company that has so many subsidiaries, just basically sub brands under them. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna explain. Yeah. But yeah, Arklives, they are more heavily graphic, I would say. Like, they have a lot more graphics on their stuff, and they're a lot darker when it comes to streetwear, just having a dark color palette and just different dark gothic or like evil kind of spirited designs. The first one being these cargo type of jeans. Now, for me personally, I used to shop at fast fashion brands a lot, and I actually don't even shop at fast fashion brands that much. Like, cargo jeans, I was first introduced to them by Boohoo Man, but then when I saw the cargo jeans from Arklives, I was like, damn, like, you can see the difference from a fast fashion brand and a high quality brand, and just how much better it looks in the quality, and then like obviously the pricing and just how it looks overall. This olive green shirt that does have the Arklives logo, and then it kind of has this graphic at the bottom. I can't really tell what it is, but it is this light, you know, opacity type of graphic at the bottom. The third one is this crazy black hoodie that has like this kind of white ghost spirit going along in the actual torso, and then it just has like squiggly designs on the actual arms of the sweater. And I think that the sweater is the same exact crop as the other two Valelives sweaters that I did talk about. The next brand that I want to talk about is Moderne Misere. It is English for the French meaning of the actual brand, which is Misere Moderne. I bet you guys are wondering how I discovered this brand. Oh yeah, it's in the Valelives fashion conglomerate. It's literally another brand associated with Arklives and Valelives. This is what just excites me about fashion and just stuff in general. A lot of their stuff seems to be a lot more formal, which just makes sense because they are catering to that fashion aesthetic, which could just be like the Eastern type of style. That I do want to talk about is this huge Misere Moderne scarf. Now, I'm not too sure if the scarf was actually a part of any type of collection. I'm pretty sure it's like something one of one because I haven't seen it on any of their social medias. But the scarf to me looks just so fire. I love the color palette of this kind of bright darkish orange on the actual purple. I think that's just so fire. The second piece being this kind of knitted gray sweater that I did purchase last year from them. It does have cutouts on the elbow, which to me was just so innovative, and I haven't seen nothing like that before, so I just had to get it. And they took a very similar approach to Valelives, how they have the lettering on the actual sweater kind of fringed and frayed. Now the last piece, this is more catering to, you know, the hard streetwear. On the sleeve, so many different graphics. It almost is like patchwork tattoos, which to me is just so fire. And yet another brand in the fashion conglomerate. We're gonna talk about Savant. Funny enough, I had this really nice distressed shirt that I got from this brand that at first I thought like somebody wore it and cut it up and gave it back to them and they sent it to me. But I think that it was just part of the actual design of the shirt, so I didn't sort it, and I actually really like it to this day. It is this purple cloth shirt that just has their brand name on the entire chest of the shirt, and it's underlined and overlined, which kind of just gives it this nice effect. That is the one piece that I do own from that brand, and these are the other two pieces from this brand that I've seen on the Instagram page. The only thing about this brand is that they are not too established yet, I would say. I don't really see them drop as frequent as the other two brands in the fashion conglomerate, or the other three brands in the fashion conglomerate as they do. But you know what I'm saying? They're still producing fire stuff. They're still getting out fire stuff when they can. I think this brand is still fire, and now you guys should know about it. The next brand that I do want to talk about is Coney Island Picnic. I actually discovered this brand on Urban Outfitters. If you guys know, on my TikTok, I do these type of videos where I just go on Urban Outfitters or any type of like store and I search up items that I think you guys would be interested in. So the brand actually saw it, they commented on it, then they DM'd me on Instagram and they reached out to me and they wanted to send me some free stuff. Now they did not ask for any type of promotion, but this is why I love working with brands that just send me free stuff and don't ask for any type of partnership or sponsorship involved, because that just makes it a lot more genuine and that they're actually supporting the vision, and that, you know what I'm saying, they just want me to be authentic about their stuff. So that just tells me that, yeah, I'm gonna wear your stuff, I'm gonna make content with your stuff, and I'm gonna give you guys, you know, support and the feedback and the credit as well. They definitely have that streetwear approach, but they have a more casual take on it, and they have those staple pieces like your cardigans, your fleeces, your crewnecks, and your pants. Now let's get into my favorite pieces from the brand. The first piece being this green cardigan with this type of black design going on from the sleeves to like the ab area of the cardigan, and the material of this cardigan is so fire. It's very soft, like it's super soft. I don't know what the material is. I need to find out because this is literally a high quality cardigan. The second piece being another cardigan. This time it is in orange, and when you button the actual cardigan, they have two hands that meet in the middle. So fire. It is kind of this chromatic multicolored hand, and I think that the colors really complement the orange overall color of the cardigan, and it is the same material as the first cardigan that I talked about. And the last piece being this kind of lava, rocky, sunny type of Sherpa. It's actually right here. I don't necessarily know what type of design is on this actual Sherpa. I just know that it's fire. Okay, the next brand that I do want to talk about is the Gvgallery. I'm not too sure what to say about this brand, but I love a lot of the pieces, and these are my favorite pieces by them. The first one being this type of navy blue cropped hoodie where it does have the New York Yankees logo on the hood and on the bottom of the actual sweater. That to me is just so fire. It's so minimal and straight to the point. Next one being these two hoodies that are both olive green and brown, and it does have the GV logo in this type of grass font or this grass design. That to me is so fire, especially on the green one, because the green is obviously a different shade from the actual logo. Actually, I think I like the brown one more, you know, so the colors contrast. Anyways, I really enjoyed these two pieces. And then the third one being this black zip up cropped hoodie that does have raspberry hills and this type of nice blue font. I don't know, these pieces just seem very fun to me. It seems like they're having a lot of fun with making their clothing, and I would enjoy wearing every single piece from this brand. They seem to do a lot of different collections and a lot of different pieces, which just makes their catalog just even deeper, and you know, you have a lot of different options from that. A lot of their posts do say Pacific time, so I'm assuming they're on the West Coast, but I'm pretty sure if you're anywhere else in the world, it wouldn't be a problem for them to ship to you. The next brand that I do want to talk about is Happy Memories Don't Die, HMDD. I see this brand all over TikTok, and I really didn't pay too much attention because at that moment in time, I wasn't really drawn to anything that they were putting out or a lot of the stuff that they had, you know, released at the time. But like moving forward and like me searching for different brands, I went on their Instagram page and I saw so many different items that I did like. Their brand seems to really capture the contemporary streetwear look, and I'm just basically saying contemporary and using contemporary as like a standard or a definition for standard staple pieces. These are my favorite pieces right now that I actually really enjoy and love, and I think they have one piece where they did collaborate with the Gvgallery. The first being this half zip up sweater. It does come in a blue kind of turquoise or baby blue colorway, and then it does come in a black colorway, and it has the very minimal logo on the left side of your torso. The next one being this HMDD sport, very similar to Tommy Hilfiger design inspiration take on this hoodie. It is in navy blue, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that they did have the collaboration with the Gvgallery. This brand is crazy. I usually don't pay attention to brands that only do accessories or focus on one piece of clothing or just one specific item. I like diversity in brands, and I like them to have deep catalogs. So I don't normally pay attention to brands like this, but this one really caught my eye. They create so many different and unique headpieces and balaclavas and just hats that I can definitely see blowing up a lot more in 2023. I have seen like a small amount of them blow up in 2022, but I think 2023 will really be that year where this brand takes off. And these are a couple of my favorite pieces from this brand. The first one being this balaclava with these horns or thorns on it. I think this is so fire. This is so unique. And I can see someone who is more in that experimental streetwear to really wear this and really rock the hell out of it. Now the second one being this regular black balaclava. I really think that this one is sewed and knitted in a specific type of way where the actual connections for the actual balaclava are a lot thicker and a lot more spaced out, which just makes it so much more fire. Now the third and last piece from this brand that I really like, this is the one that I did see almost everywhere, or this is the only piece that I saw from this brand that really drew my attention to it. It is this kind of army helmet and literally army olive green that just straps over your face. This is so fire to me. Like, this is literally the most fire piece that I have seen in 2022. The next brand is Infinity Worldwide. Now this brand is pretty good as well. They have a lot of different pieces in their brand. They're heavily graphic, but in a really nice, cool way. These are my favorite pieces by them. The first one being this hoodie with the Infinity logo basically arched at the top in this nice yellow font. You guys know how I feel about yellow fonts. And then it kind of has this kind of almost dissolved woman face in the middle right under the actual logo. So I also saw this kind of recurring thing in a lot of brands where they had a specific set of hoodies that were different colors that they dropped at the same time. Different colors and different combination of colors. And I think that is what this brand did right here. Now, this actual hoodie is so fire to me. It is like your regular zip-up hoodie, but the actual Infinity Worldwide logo is on there in these kind of skull cross bones, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that is just so fire, especially because each color of the hoodie has a different coloring of the font, which just complements the color of the hoodie and the color of the font very well. Now, the last one being this kind of Coach worker jacket with kisses on it that seem to be very stacked and combined. And I've seen a lot of brands have that type of kissy mark on their stuff. So to see this brand do it with white on a like worker jacket and have it just everywhere is just so fire to me. Now the next brand is the Wisdom of Agency. This brand specializes in cardigans, and like I did state earlier, I don't really pay attention to brands that only specialize in one item. Only because I just feel like it's hard to venture out to other pieces when you have such a clear direction of you going with this one item and just creating different variations and styles and colors of this one item, and then when you introduce a new piece, it's just like, eh. But nonetheless, I really do like this brand. I actually talked to the owner or like somebody who runs their Instagram, and we were just chopping up a little bit and like supporting each other. So I just had to throw them on this list. I really do like a lot of their cardigans, and my favorite one being this kind of orange and burgundy or like brown striped one. And then they do have this nice baby blue and white one. These are my two favorite cardigans from them, and I wish I could have got my hands on either one of them. And yeah, they seem to be dropping cardigans in pieces around the perfect time. It just goes with any season, and they match the cardigan that they're dropping with the specific season, which just makes it so much more calculated and fun to see a brand do stuff like this. Now the next one is LAFAM Amsterdam. I don't know if it's LAFAM Amsterdam or the LAFAM is connected, but I'm going to say LAFAM Amsterdam. Now this brand I found through an influencer named Lucius Furman. Besides from him, the brand's logoing is what really caught my attention. It's shaped so odd and so compacted that it made me more intrigued to see what actual pieces of clothing that they're putting this logo on. There seems to be a huge mixture of staple pieces and then statement pieces, but these are my favorite pieces by them. The first one being this leather type of coach jacket in this two-tone paneling of like navy blue at the bottom and then this dark gray at the top, and they do have stars stitched on the actual sleeve and then the actual LAFAM logo. That to me is just so fire. This is definitely a statement piece that I can see a lot of people wearing if they are more into that experimental streetwear realm. The next one being the zip up cardigan. I have never ever seen a zip up cardigan, and besides from the design is not really my favorite, but the fact that it was a zip up cardigan is what really intrigued me about this piece. And then last one just being this kind of light heather gray, kind of actually darker than heather gray zip up hoodie, and it kind of has flower prints all over the sweater with the LAFAM in the middle. Okay, so the next brand that I do want to talk about is Celui Company. Not really sure how to explain it, but this is another brand that just focuses on one piece, and the piece that this brand focuses on is varsity jackets. Their jackets are literally so fire, but the only problem is that they don't have like a distinguished catalog or a deep enough catalog for me to even go through so many different pieces that they have. They only have these two varsity jackets, so these are obviously going to be my favorites, and I'm just going to explain them. But I must add that the detailing and the quality of these jackets look so hard that it's going to draw you to the brand no matter what. Now the first one being this navy blue one, where it does have the C on it for the actual initial for the brand, and then it does have a lot of other components that just make up a varsity jacket. And then the next one is this yellow, white, and blue one, where it does have a double CC on it, and it kind of has patches on the actual white sleeve that almost look like linen. Okay, not gonna lie, the next brand that I'm gonna talk about is Hour 25, and I would personally not wear anything from this brand. Nothing that they have on their page just really appeals me to actually want to actually buy and wear for myself, but I definitely want to give it to you because I think that the pieces are still fire, but I think they're just not for me. I can definitely see other people wearing it, or a lot of my other friends, or you know what I'm saying, somebody else that watches the video might like them. So that's why I'm just going to still talk about them. Here are a lot of their pieces, and as you can see, they are very different, and they seem to have their own take on the clothings. But like I said, I just wouldn't wear anything from this brand, and that's not to say that the brand is still not fire, it's just not for me. The last brand that I'm going to talk about is Nociety. They are just replacing the S with an N, and I don't know what the, you know, relation is with that, but yeah, so fire. I like the name. I like the brand name. I love the brand. This brand struck my eye with a very specific piece because it looked very familiar. It looked like Valelives green zip up hoodie that I have, or like a lot of their other cropped hoodies with the distressing and French frayed effect on it. They do have this kind of burgundy one with the same similar croppedness and the similar design of their brand name going in an entire circle with the French and fray. Now I'm not too sure if they have the same manufacturer, but I know Valelives also kind of does manufacturing, so that could be a thing where they, you know, manufacture through them. But yeah, this is very fire, and I think this is the only piece that they have produced right now. I know that they have beanies on their actual website that just says Nociety going sideways in a lot of different colors, but yeah, those are the only two pieces that I was able to find from this brand today. But that is all for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video on 10 plus streetwear brands that you need to know about and that you should be shopping from in 2023. Let me know in the comments what your favorite brand was, and let me know in the comments if I should be checking out any other brand that I should be shopping from in 2023 as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that post notification bell because I am dropping a lot of videos for the rest of 2023. So peace. Like it was urgent, and then act like you ain't heard it when you see me in person. The only thing I did to end up here was put the work in, and did it with a purpose. Used to have secret handshakes to confirm my friendships. Nowadays they just shaking my hand to hide the tension. A lot of people just hit me up